The bustling city of Lagos was where Amara, a 22-year-old final-year law student, lived with dreams of becoming a human rights lawyer. She had always believed in justice, fighting for the oppressed, standing up for what was right. Her laughter was contagious, her heart pure, and her determination fierce. She lived with her widowed mother, Amara, a market trader who had sacrificed everything to see her daughter through school. They weren't rich, but they had love. One evening, after a long day at school, Amara boarded a keek to head home. It was late, around 8:30 p.m., and the streets were still alive with traffic and the sounds of Lagos nightlife. She sent her mother a quick text. "Mummy, I'm coming home. See you soon. Love you." She never made it home. The keek driver took an unusual route. Amara became uneasy. "Ogre, this is not my way." A strong hand grabbed her from behind. A cloth covered her nose. The last thing she heard before darkness swallowed her was a gruff voice whispering, "No scream." She woke up in an abandoned building, hands tied, mouth gagged. Shadows moved in the dimly lit room. 3 men. She fought. She screamed into the gag. She begged with her eyes. They laughed. One by one, they took turns breaking her. When they were done, they left her there, bleeding, broken, and shivering in the cold. But Amara was strong. She crawled. She cried. She dragged herself onto the street. A good Samaritan found her and took her to the hospital. Her mother's wails filled the hospital when she saw her daughter's battered body. The police came, asking questions. But Amara already knew the truth. Justice wasn't easy in Nigeria. But she fought. She remembered the tattoo on one man's arm. She described their voices. She gave every detail she could recall. The police investigated, but weeks passed, and nothing happened. The officers hinted that the suspects might be powerful or connected. Anger burned in Amara's veins. She refused to be silent. She took to social media, posting her story. It went viral. Protests erupted. Activists demanded justice. The pressure mounted. The police had no choice but to act. One by one, the men were found. Arrested. Charged. But something inside Amara was already dead. Months passed, but the nightmares never left. She couldn't sleep without hearing their laughter. Couldn't close her eyes without feeling their hands. Her mother tried everything, prayers, therapy, love, but Amara was slipping away. One evening, she walked into her mother's room and knelt. "Mummy, I'm tired." Her mother hugged her, sobbing. "Don't say that, my daughter. We survived this. Justice will come." But justice wasn't enough. That night, Amara swallowed a bottle of pills. She was found in the morning, peaceful, finally free. The city mourned. The news spread. Her funeral was packed with strangers who had read her story. People wept. Her mother stood before the crowd, holding Amara's graduation gown, one she never got to wear. "My daughter believed in justice, but justice was not enough to save her." The men who raped her were sentenced. But what did it matter? Amara was gone. Her story became a symbol. Laws were changed. People fought harder. But for Amara, nothing would bring back her only child. She sat every evening by the door, waiting for a daughter who would never come home. The last text Amara ever sent still remained on her phone. "Mummy, I'm coming home. See you soon. Love you." But she never did.